Hi everyone, I'm going to do an Asian bridal or an Arabic style makeup for you today. A lot of people have been requesting it. I had two ladies when I was in Cardiff come up to me and ask if I could do them a video, and they've sent me some pictures, so I'm kind of going to try and combine a few of the looks together to make one look. We will do a few more of these because there's not just one look. There's a lot of different looks, so bear with us. I'm going to do one now and then there'll be more to follow. I'm going to do a cut crease look, which means that there isn't so much colour through the lid, it's more through the socket a little bit. So, start off with though, I've moisturised my skin, and I'm going to put a little bit of Laura Mercier primer on, foundation primer. This is one of my favourite primers. I'm just going to use my hands for that all over. I would say I don't normally use primer. I'm only using primer because this would be a wedding look, and you'd want it to last all day. Select Cover Up by MAC. This is actually a colour corrector in peach. And I'm just going to pop that all over my eye. It doesn't have to be even, so I'm just going to use my finger. Reason I'm using this one is because it sets matte. It's got a lot of movement, but it then dries matte onto the eye, so it's better as a base, although I'm going to use a primer, paint pot over the top. I am going to use Painterly all over from MAC. This is just going to hold the makeup in place, so that doesn't have to be done too tidily. I am going to use Flying Down to Betty, which is a Benefit paint pot. I'm going to really softly just rub that all over so it's got a slightly pinky tone, just with my fingers because I don't want it to have too much payoff. Really softly. And then a little bit of Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is called Vintage Violet. I'm going to take an angle brush. I'm just going to run it through this shape here. I'm keeping the colour going upwards rather than down, so you can see the line. That's what a cut crease is. A cut crease is where it's not blended right the way through. It kind of looks like it's almost a cut crease, really. When you're doing this kind of look, it is quite important to have a clean 217 with you, so you can blend any joins that are a little bit too harsh, just to make it a tiny bit softer. Now I'm going to use a colour called Cranberry from MAC, this one here. And then with my clean 217, just blend it out. Same the other side. And I'm just going to pop that just through that cut crease with a 266. Then with my 217, just buff that out. So I just keep swapping my brushes. So I've got 3 brushes in my hands. I'm using this one for the main colour, this one for the black, and this one is just for blending out any product. I'm going to dip back into the Cranberry from MAC just to go over that to get that redness back to it. That warm cranberry colour, because the black will still come through. Just to make it a bit easier to blend. Then using my clean brush again to blend that through. And then again with the black that's still on that brush. Get a bit more definition there. So slowly but surely you're starting to see a bit of shape coming through there. I'm going to use an Urban Decay Brown Sugar. This is a brow box. So that's giving me the kind of brow shape that I want. I'll do the same on the other side. Because I want quite a lot underneath the eye actually. Then with my MAC Smoulder pencil. And what I want to do is I want to make sure I really push it into the lash line. So when I'm getting in there, I really want to rub it along that lash line. So it's making the black a lot thicker. From looking at that, I can see that I can get away with a little bit more black, or I'm going to mix the black and the purple just through here. Because as you see, as the makeup develops and develops, you can get away with a bit more colour. So don't be afraid to add as you go. I'm going to use my Louise Young liner brush. Black Tracks, which is this one here. This might be a bit dry, this product, I probably need a new one. Let's give it a go. And then I want to get a tiny bit just to go to a point there. And take my pink pencil inside and above on the upper waterline. And then on the brow bone of that, I'm going to put a little bit of Silver Dusk from MAC to make that really shine. You can use whatever foundation you like to stay put. At the moment, I like my Armani Silk, so I'm going to use that and it stays put nice on my skin. Sorry if that looks a bit yellow, I think it's the light, because it's not normally. So I think it's just where the lighting's quite close to me. Bit of concealer under my eyes. I'm going to use MAC Studio Finish Concealer. This one's NW20 and I'm just going to pop it on my finger. Really at the root bit there. I have got Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I've been using this a lot and it's really nice. Actually, just before I put that on, I'm going to pop a little bit of Bronze Universal, which is the Chanel bronzer. It's a cream bronzer and it slips really nice on the skin. I like to use it before I've powdered and then powder over the top to seal it in place and then use it again on top of the powder. So I'm going to take that just through the back of my cheekbone. Then I'm going to powder that with the Laura Mercier Invisible Powder. It's translucent, it's really good powder actually. I'm going to use the Silver Dusk that I used with the brow bone, just on the top of the cheekbone. To give that a really nice sheen. I'm also going to pop that down the centre of my nose. And on the top of my lips. And with a slightly different, fuller brush, I'm going to take it above my brow bone because it just highlights there a little bit more. A little bit of Pincho Peach from MAC, just a kind of pinky peachy blush. Just brushed over my cheeks. Going to use a little bit of Stone Lip Pencil, really softly around the outside of my lips. I'm going to put a really natural gloss in the middle. I've also got gems, which I'm not going to use, but you can pick them up from any kind of haberdashery. I'm not going to use them because I don't think it needs it. And obviously you'd use lashes for this look. Only ones that I've got at the moment, so I need to stock up, are some with little gems on, which I'll hold in place, but I don't want to put it on because I have to go food shopping now. I'm going to get enough looks anyway without gems all over my eyes. I'm not bothered if people look at me, to be fair. It's better that they look than they never look. Even if it's for good or bad reasons. Okay, let's just place these. Hope you enjoyed that. Take care.